Hi everyone, I am Dr. S. Amuda, Assistant Professor in the Department of Computer Science with Artificial Intelligence and Data Science. Today now we will discuss about the concept as file object. We already discussed the concept file system. The now move on to that file object. The file is a collection of record. They have many inbuilt functions. How to access that inbuilt function means with the help of your file object to access the inbuilt methods and members. Now move on to that what is a file object. That is with the help of your file keyword followed by you creating a variable that is called as a file object. That is normally they have a main process. There is a three process in your file. There is file open, file read, write, and then closing a file. All those I think having an inbuilt function with the help of your file object only to call a functions, and they performing the certain operations. For example, you creating a file with the help of your open function. That is your open function is the bridge between of your program and file. If you that opening a file, you have to specify the file name and as well as the what is the mode. That mode only to represent if you're performing a read operation or write operation. That is it can be also using a reading and writing and appending. That is the main three process. It is either in a or two format, that is normal file or binary file. The both are accepted in the same format. For example, that is a syntax f equal to open of your file name comma r. That is f is the object. File is a keyword followed by f equal to open of file name dot txt comma r. Now open is a inbuilt function. They passing it in syntax is the two arguments file name comma read mode. That function returning a object with the help of it is also having a attributes. It also having a attributes. It is checking the attributes, the file is closed or not, and mode, what type of mode is using, and then what is the file name, everything it will be identified. And file object type. With the help of your class underscore io.text io wrapper, it is a type of a object. It is possible to identify the types using both the text and binary modes. The file object, it's using both text and binary modes. It is a file. These are all the file handling tasks. And creating a file object, that is with the help of your open to creating object. Syntax file object equal to open of file dot text comma r. And then different mode is available: read, write, r plus, w plus, and rb, wb, a plus, ab plus, and many types of mode is available. The default mode is text mode or binary mode. If you're using a normal file, that is a text mode. If you're using a binary file, that is a binary mode. It is a default mode. For example, f equal to open sample.txt or that is your file name is sample.txt, mode is read mode. And if you print f.read of means the content inside the file is displayed, and after reading the content the file is closed, that is f.close. Now move on to that the file object, how to using in with statement. With statements it helps of with handles the file automatically, closes a file even if exception is occur. The syntax with open sample.txt comma r as f, the data equal to f.read, and print the data. Now using a with statement to opening a file and read a content and display a content. File object attributes: name, mode, closed. These are all the file object, and also having a soft space also available. Now f equal to open of a.txt comma r, print f.name means to display a file name, and print of f.mode means to display a mode. Now after finally f.closed, that is f.closed, after that print f.closed. Now the output is a.txt, your mode is r, and f.closed equal to true, because of file before the print. Using the statements, the file is closed. Now file object method. There are many file object methods are available with help of your file object to call out inbuilt functions. For example, read, that is read a content from your file by character. Read line, to read a single line, that is using a read line. Read lines, to read all the content. It is similar to write as a writing a character by character to a file. Write lines, to write a group of lines, that is a writing. Seek and tell, to identify the file pointer in your current position of a file. Truncate, that is reduce your file size. And push, that is a flush, that is the internal buffering. Unreadable, writable and seekable, these are all the checks if that read or write or seek. These are all the performing in input output operations in your file, that is with the help of your file object methods. Reading using a file object, that is read content, that is we already discussed the same thing, that is read a content character by character. It is a one line and read a all line with examples. Writing file content, writing a string to a file and writing a entire list of lines in a string, those are all things. Tell and seek, to identify the pointer. It is seek of 5 means to pointing to a fifth record. Binary mode of file, that is RBWB is a binary file. To reading a binary files, that is with open of sample.jpg, it is representing image files. That is RB is a read binary as f data equal to f dot read. That is read a byte 1 by 1. That is a display at 10 bytes. First 10 bytes are displayed. F dot close is a closing a file object. F dot closed means to check the file is closed or not. It is returning a binary values. It is a true or false. That is 1 or 0. Thank you.